we have a download for the Ariel Collective. Spirits were like, not like screaming at me, but they were like, yo, check this out. I got it now. This is good. See, there's been a lot of not allowing fear to stop the masculine and the feminine in this connection. See, both of you in your own specific, unique ways. There's a sense of cleansing your energy, masculine, meaning making sure that you stay up to date with like 8 cleanses, envisioning the bubble of light, allowing yourself to only go out in public and etc. with people that you trust, not putting yourself in situations to clog up your law of attraction. You see, we have a very, very deep connection here. We have 2 people that are part of each other's highest timelines, which means the only way they can be in each other's life is by doing the highest timeline work. So, yeah, there's like a yin-yang within this. So, the masculine was in a state of inner turmoil. They wanted to reach out to the feminine. They didn't know if it was the right decision, the wrong decision. They didn't know if it was respecting the boundary or avoiding the work. They were in a yin-yang. They found the inner balance. They realized the signs wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for a reason. They understand the law of attraction. They're the magician of their life, the master manifestor. They know if they're going to free themselves of the only person that can free themselves of internal chaos is themselves. And if they're feeling something this passionately, they need to go for it. They did. So, at the King of Swords in reverse with justice, that the feminine reached back out, and there's just like a little bit of imbalance on what way the feminine has decided. There's communication 1000%. Okay, but the masculine isn't letting this get to them. They're feeling the hesitation of the feminine, and they're sending nothing but still unconditional faith. And know it's the bigger picture. Okay, so the masculine definitely trusts in this connection. Like, ain't going back at all. In fact, even though there's a little bit still of communication that hasn't came to full blossom yet, they've felt more confident and more powerful and more clear since just making this communication with you. See, the 10 of Cups, there was they were getting all the signs of that completion. They were getting a bunch of signs. But the stagnation was that the offer was in their hands, and Spirit had to make them think for a long time. It wasn't a long time, because the only way to get this person, this masculine, to not make forward movement was by making the masculine think. Eventually the feminine, with divine timing, would reach out. I'm not saying that the divine feminine was never reaching out. They were always going to reach out, but it was always about you doing it at the right time. They didn't trick you. They steered your GPS, and they steered you in the right direction to get you to know where you would get there safely and accordingly. This is how they had to do it. This was the way to lead to the least amount of stagnation, etc. See, with that Chariot, it's that fast forward movement, no doubts. A man who has a plan. Yeah, this masculine has a whole date set out in their head, has a whole, not setting expectations for the feminine, but setting expectations for themselves about how they're going to honor and hold their word, and listening to their intuition when the feminine needs them to pull back, or when the masculine knows it's time to really go forward in all aspects. The determination and the persistency has really changed a lot of what the feminine has thought. You see, I sense that the masculine just has this source of like being 5 miles ahead of everybody. All I mean by that is it's not just that masculine. It's a group, it's a collective of light workers. All light workers are about 5 miles ahead of everybody, because that's like the whole thing about having the sixth sense. It's not your individual person. They're not the only one. There are thousands of people right there. Most likely, you are too, because you are. This is your divine. That means you're a light worker too. I sense that your Intuition is telling you you've really had a lot of this influence for a long time. You had to cleanse your energy. You've been seeing the signs and synchronicities. This has been written in the stars in more ways than one. This person I'm talking to at this moment is definitely the feminine. Okay, this is offers of authenticity. If this is the feminine listening, understand this masculine knows exactly what they want. They're serious. They're not going back. And the feminine, or the masculine, understand your feminine also knows that you are what they desire. They're putting out what no longer serves to allow the new in. Okay, so this is that 4 movement. So inwards, the energy the universe is sending the masculine as we speak is manifest. Everything coming together, volcano effect, all of your effort never being in vain. The energy that's being sent out is to going within and then go with the flow. Yeah, the masculine has released worry, the masculine has released control, and therefore just is ready for the whole garden to bloom. Paying attention to every individual flower, every individual need, every individual desire. Beautiful. This masculine is very in touch with his feminine side, and he sees the confidence in it, and he's persistent. He loves himself, and he cleanses. He's definitely something the feminine likes, is they can tell that the masculine's a clean person. It's interesting. Maybe in the past they had an experience. I don't know, that's an interesting download. Somehow that connects to the feminine in past relationships. Okay, but let's see what's going on with the Chelsea Gomez cards. Wow. Okay. Yeah, there was like 3 key things in the past getting in the way in this connection. See, with the finances, the fertility, and the distance. There was an emotional distance, but a physical distance as well between the 2 parties. Family was coming along to play. What they were supposed to do next with their life, but also family meaning like something about stability to somebody. A third party dynamic. Keep an open mind to this. These are collective, right? So this could mean something different for everybody. This could be a mother getting in some form of way. It could be that they were going back and forth with a twin flame. Doesn't have to be. It's different for everybody, but there's some form of very close connection. That was some form of family bond getting in the way emotionally between you 2. They're going to express this with the volcano effect. Both of you had the courage to make that change and follow the inner guidance, and definitely sunflowers are big forward movement from here. With that unexpected and that forward movement action and not going into a state of retreat, releasing and putting yourself back into this person's life. They were not expecting it. The feminine was not expecting the masculine message. Everything has changed from that moment you pressed send. Just watch the butterfly effect happen. Watch everything take light. You're good. You're in current. Keep making the forward movements when you're guided, and then let everything else just come as it's supposed to. Your finances, your love life, everything is upgrading from here. It's already changed. Now it's upgrading. Continue to do the work, my motherfucking G. Hell yeah. Let's get it. Alright, so forward movement animal, spirit is sending you guys. We got alligator and praying mantis, very interesting. And then what I'm going to do now also is we'll pull 2 tarots associated. So when you guys see an alligator, either of you, both of you are seeing these signs. So, when you see an alligator, what does it mean? About this connection. It's going to be something about not following your intuition. It's going to be something about feeling like you're clamming up. Or you need to put a hard shell on. Yeah, High Priestess in reverse. When you're not following your intuition, when you feel like you think you have to clam up on this person and have a tough skin like you have had to with so many other people in your life. Spirit's going to send both of you alligators to remind you, no, you don't have to have that tough skin. This is a person to be that divine feminine energy with. So what's up with the praying mantis? When we get a praying mantis, what's it about? What does it mean? The star. The feminine really feeling like, so both the feminine and masculine feeling very, very inspired and loved. You're going to see praying mantises when your divine's thinking of you, but more than that, especially thinking about what you two can build together. Thinking about all the courage and prosperity you have together. You will see praying mantises. Cool. That's what I got for y'all. Keep seeing the bright side. Keep shifting everything in your favor with the pure intentions and doing the will of the work. Hell yeah. Let's get